You can find me in the club with a bottle for the bub. And I got what you need. And if you need to feel the buzz, I have sex on and make love. So come give me a hug. Yeah. Hey. Right. Right, right, so just imagine that I'm a professional cyclist, right? This is my training vlog. It's not even funny how much I could talk for an hour. I could talk for an hour about all sorts of fucking incredible shit. And I would give it out for free. You know, like, you know, imagine all the local gyms and stuff, right? And you know, the one on New Abbey Road, it's like, it says, got on the window, it's like cardio, weights room, strength, do it, yoga, whatever it is, you know. Well, it's like, I'm doing this right now. There's a big fucking sticker on this saying Dave's cardio knowledge, right? Right? So I'm not even charging for this. So just, I could give yous right now a fucking hour-long thing about endurance cardio. I could explore that and it would take an hour and it wouldn't even scratch the surface of it. Right? And I'd give it out for free. That's quite admirable, isn't it? I don't need to fucking apply for some local personal trainer. £14,000 per year. Must not be a creep. Must not stare at the women's asses the whole time. Must not talk as if he's fucking David Goggins and he kens fuck all. Because his best half marathon time's only 35 minutes. 35 minutes actually for a 10k is quite good actually. My best for a 10k wasn't very good. It wasn't that good at all. I was more of a kind of diesel engine, you know, like the London Marathon twice. London Marathon twice. That was pretty fucking cool, that, wasn't it? London Marathon twice, baby, yeah! Do you want to hear about my 2 London Marathons? Yeah! No, it's fucking boring! Sorry. It's a Tourette's. Yeah. What was the original point of this? The original point of this was I was going to be talking about my bike ride that I did yesterday. Like, we're in December, right? See what I mean? I'm just letting this simmer. See that? I'm letting this simmer. I'm not even making an effort. I didn't have to make an effort. I'm at the point now I didn't have to make an effort. Just my silence speaks volumes. My silence speaks volumes. Silence is golden. It really is. It really is. Silence is golden. Everything I touch now turns to gold. I gotta believe that, yeah. Gold. Always believe in your soul. You've got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe in your power of your soul. Yeah. Ah, fuck me, man. This is too much fun. Too much fun, yeah. Right, so yesterday I went for a fucking bike ride, right? And as I say, we're in December. And you know how I've worked on this shit, right? So we're now at the point where, the energy levels are just so high, right? That in December, can you dig this? Can you dig this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's fucking December, right? And I'm old as fuck. Had my birthday recently. I'm old as fuck. And it's December. And I'm still fit. Oh yeah. I did a bike ride yesterday, right? Sankarin back. How many ways can we explore that? That's the problem. You know what I mean? With no flowery adjectives. I could still, there's fucking loads out. There's too many options. How do I tell yesterday's story? As I say, why don't I just keep the silence and the wee flashing lights? That's enough. Just use your imagination. Just tune in. Tune in. Tune in. Just picture me. Picture me yesterday. Can you picture it? It's really good. Good bike ride yesterday. It was really good. But December. I'm older now. I'm even older. And yet the passion is still there. What kind of keeps the passion there, right? Or maybe that's just the kind of person I am. The passion is always there. Some people don't like that. Some people didn't like me being passionate, yeah. They didn't, they wanted to tone it down. Well, you can't stop me doing this shit, so whatever. I keep doing this shit until the day I die, yeah. Every day, that's Dave the Rave, yeah. I do this all the time, every day until the end of time, yeah. If I can just bring it back to Michelangelo Beto, he's old as fuck, right? He's old as fuck, right? Michelangelo Beto, shred guitar legend, double guitar, guitar influencer that influenced all those shredders, taught Rage Against Machines guitarist, taught Dimebag of Pantera, so when he didn't get the recognition he deserved, and then Pearl Jam and all the grunge bands became successful and they stopped playing him on MTV and all that kind of thing, right? He was like, fuck you, I am the man that taught all these guys, you ain't stopping me. You ain't stopping me, you can't stop, looking at me, will I be, you can't stop, yeah, my swagger's in check. It was like, my swagger is in check. So what he did was, he was like, to quote him, I'll diversify. So he got himself into teaching, selling guitars, doing guitar clinics. He's like, hey, I think if anyone in this fucking room is worthy of teaching this stuff, it's me. Considering I'm the man that fucking influenced all those guys to then go off, it's like teaching Rage Against Machines guitarists. It's like, no wonder, I mean, I'm not saying they wouldn't have been successful anyway, but how do you know, like if you were taught by Michelangelo Beto, you were touched by that, it's like, well, I think it behooves me to kind of keep this fucking shit going on, and he did, and he conquered the world, didn't he? And that's like Michelangelo Beto, he's having his, like I said to him, I did actually say to him, I sent him a message, I said, you, Michael, are like me, you're like a fine wine, yeah, you're having your moment, yeah, you get better, this shit gets better all the time, yeah. And he's now, despite being like older, Michelangelo Beto, right? And he's had his success with the kind of, with that shit back in the 80s, and he was like, right, I need to keep, but the thing is, what happened was he got the gig with Manowar, didn't he? So he's like, yeah, this is my time, yeah. That was a fucking glorious thing to see, because it was like, he reinvented himself. He's like, I'm not going to be growing turnips or whatever. I'm gonna keep this shit going, and it's like, that's why he's doing well. He's moved it on. How did I get on to talking about that? But it's a bit like so me as an older man, I'm like, well, if Michelangelo Beto at the age of whatever fucking age he is, right, can get a gig in a huge arena band and is having his second moment, having his resurgence, having his continued success, then why can't I do it, you know what I mean? So, it's fuck all to do with age. It's fuck all to do with age. What's funny is, I'm gonna get fitter. I'm going to get fitter just by using the heat and the experience and the wisdom. I don't need to be, and as I've said before, with the whole, you know, age-related thing with the gravel stuff, you know, it's age-related. That's given me, just like, you know, that's given me a resurgence. It's given me a reason to start over new, and the reason is me. The reason is, if I could just take it back to fucking, when was it, earlier this year, and I saw that on my Facebook. That's what happened. That's what happened. I was on my Facebook one day, right, and I saw gravel, it just popped up. Gralic, what's this? Age-related gravel racing. And I'm like, oh, rather than just paint glorious pictures on my Strava in the form of, like, ridiculous 200-mile bike rides, you know, a big orange line on a thing, you know, a glorious picture, rather than just doing that and leaving all my best shit on the training pitch almost, right? I was like, here's an opportunity to actually race. And because it's, as I say, age related, it gives you an opportunity, and I'm like, whoa. So, the fact that, yesterday, right, I went on the bike and I did a wee 50 miler to Sanquhar, right, and it's December, and I've cut the mileage back. I'm only doing about 100 mile a week, right, just ticking over. But what's really cool is the fitness is still there. Oh yeah, it's so exciting because this is just December, and it's December, and I banged out a wee 50 miler, and that's what I've said before. What you discover is you didn't need to be banging out 250, 300 plus miles a week to keep the fitness, right? All you need to do is, see, when you've worked hard to get to a certain fitness level, all you need to do is bang it. Only really one hard effort, whether it's on the turbo indoor trainer or whether it's outside, bang it a big effort, and then the rest of the time just chill, and that's enough to maintain. And as I said before, not only maintain it, it's enough to increase the fitness. And so yesterday, right, I cycled to Sanquhar and back, right, had these shitty little lights on, and the front light doesn't really illuminate the road. I was using the car headlights to illuminate the road. It was quite ridiculous. There was lots of light glare on the way back when it got dark, and it was quite tricky. And then of course you've got the cold, and you've got the grit in your eyes because I had to take my specs off because it was dark and I didn't have clear glasses, so you're getting all that glare from and try to keep in a straight line with a shitty front light. You can't even see the road properly. Try to avoid the potholes that you wouldn't be able to avoid because you can't fucking see the road, stuff like that. So it adds to the challenge. But anyway, doing all that, right, and freewheeling and not pushing it full effort, I still was like 20.6 mile an hour, and I think I would have got 21 mile an hour. Right, which is fastest ever that I've ever done that, which is pretty, like, for a training ride, it's pretty respectable, 21 mile an hour. So I think what I'll do is, as I say, the fitness is there, so all I need to do is, like, in a week's time, do it again and be like, fucking hell, it's really quite exciting, but it's all in the mind. I mean, it's all in the effort. If you're putting the effort in, it's fuck all to do with age. And so that takes us back to what I was saying about the gravel riding, right? It's like May. Incidentally, I better get the entry in for that. Don't know when the closing date is. I better get the fucking entry in for that. Incidentally, right? Ken Lewis Martin, right? Who his top local lad, right, who did the Gralloch this year. It's a good wee review this of the fucking cycling year, innit? I could fucking talk for hours about it. Woo! It's fucking brilliant! Yeah! My cycling review of 2023! Yeah! Didn't celebrate your achievements. Be mediocre. Let other folk pull you down. Be pulled down to other folks' level. Don't celebrate your achievements in order to uplift and inspire and motivate and entertain. No. Don't do that. No, be mediocre like other folk that want to pull you down to their shitty level. Nah, but, oh, you're so egotistical. One might say. What the fuck's wrong with that? What the fuck's wrong with a healthy ego? I'm so good, yeah. I am the man. He's the man. He's the man. He's the man. What he got, the others have not. He's the man, yeah. Has to be done. Be number one. When the chips are down, you turn it around. First, that's the best. That's me. Then does the rest. That's everyone else. Yeah. I am the man. See, it's all there to be fucking unlocked. But talking about Lewis Martin, right? You ready for this? Drum roll for this, Shin. There's always somebody better than you, right? But don't talk about better, just talk about different. I mean, I was doing 200-mile bike rides. He wasn't doing those. I think he would have struggled to beat me over 200 miles because I trained myself for that distance. And it wasn't like just like 200 miles pottering along, was it? It wasn't. It was a strong diesel engine, insert whatever strong vehicle diesel engine would help illustrate that point. It was a strong diesel engine. It was like 200 miles at a pretty decent fucking lick. And that's another thing. I could surpass that if I had the motivation. But I'm not training specifically for 200. I'm training more for 50, 70 mile kind of thing. So the most kind of distance I'll be doing in training is 100 miles. But anyway, getting back to Lewis Martin. Do you like how I shout just to kind of like keep the confidence level high, just so I didn't lose it? Keep the energy level high. It's quite good that. Just kind of like increase the intensity of the voice, even though it seems inappropriate sometimes in the moment. It kind of increases the. Sometimes it's just the excitement, you know. You can't help it. It just wells up from inside me, you know. It's like, you know, the goosebumps and the wee butterflies and the energy level. It just wells up with me, wells up within me, like a fucking. But Lewis was like, he's on the Strava now, and he was the top guy, local guy that did the Gralloch, and he qualified for the World Championship. Incidentally, this is an interesting one, right? He qualified for the World Championship. I asked him when I bumped into him and his girlfriend at Halfords. I said, did you qualify for that? He's like, aye. And he talked a wee bit. He was telling me about the Gralloch and his experience and stuff like that, right? But the question I've got, which I didn't have the balls to ask him if I was to bump into him, because I'm not really that quite pally with him, right? But I would ask, what happened to you in the World? I don't think he competed in it. Basically, he qualified for the World Gravel Championships in the Gralloch, but I don't think on his Strava I looked, I couldn't see that he actually did it. So maybe he was injured or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe he did it and he didn't do very well. He didn't post it up. I don't know. I don't know enough about him. But anyway, yesterday he posted up another first place. So he won. He's on my fucking Strava, right? He won 7 out of 7 of the Scottish cyclocross events. There's a series, a Scottish cyclocross series, and he won every single one of them. So I'm not at that level. I'm nowhere near that level. But the point was, yesterday I did that bike ride, and It was quite fast. That's what I'm saying. The fitness is there. It's December. It's December. I'm going to be like, no, I'm not going to be. I am like Miguel Indurain. He basically trained all year. He was like, fuck the off season. Like, just sit around and eat pies and get stoned and drink and take coke and, you know, do blow or whatever. And nothing like that. It's like, that was a bit like Jan Ullrich. That's what he did. He kind of, when he was injured or what he would do is in the off season, he would eat a bit too, he always struggled with his weight, he ate a bit too much and taking cocaine or all that. I think he was done for it actually, but incidentally, Marco Pantani died of cocaine. That was, cycling is such a dark sport. See the professional level of cycling. Marco Pantani, right? Italian cycling, climbing legend, and he was sort of, died of a cocaine overdose in some dodgy hotel room in Italy. So there you go. That's a sad end to that glorious athlete. He was basically busted for drugs, but he was the scapegoat. Without getting into this, he was the scapegoat for the whole fucking thing. He got done for drug. They were all doing it. They were all doing it, and they scapegoated him. He's a very talented guy that won the tour and won all the fucking... Anyway, what am I talking about? The off season. So it's fucking December, right? It's December, and yesterday I did a strong 50 miles, and like half of it in the dark. Half of it in the dark, as I say, no freewheeling and no being able to put it in the big gear and everything, and yet still managing a pretty fast average speed. That's pretty cool. Because basically if it had been light, well, let's explore this, right? If it had been light the whole way and I was no darkness and it wasn't dark, right? I wonder if I would have gone faster, because I would have been unimpeded. I wouldn't have been scared of hitting potholes and all that, and I would have been able to just... But, and I've touched on this in the previous ride, right? There's something about the darkness. No, the band of darkness. There's something about the darkness. When you're riding in the dark, right? It's almost like you've got fog or something, or mist, right? There's something kind of cool about riding that way, right? Because you sort of, and I've said this before, right? You sort of connect more with the essence of the ride, you know what I mean? In other words, if it's daylight, you can see too much ahead, so you can see how kind of slowly you're moving and everything. Whereas at night, you're sort of, you know what it's like when you're at night, and it just has a different vibe. Like, things seem faster. There's an energy in there. It feels faster, so it's more inspiring. It's just different. You can connect more with the essence of the ride. So maybe there was a part of it being dark that actually helped me go quicker, you know. But it doesn't matter. I'm quicker anyway, is the point. But it was, so next, I think this weekend, if it's good weather, I'll do the same thing again. I'm quite excited. I'll see how, I think it'll be like 21 mile an hour, and that's pretty fucking good for December, isn't it? The important thing though about training is you want to peak at the right time. You need to peak at the right time, and as I said before, I've been guilty of leaving all my best training, all my best stuff on the training pitch, just because I thought, well, I'm never going to get the opportunity to race anyway. But because now I'm in the game, because we're going to be doing the gravel next year, right? Right? I'm in the game, baby. Yeah. So, it's good. I'm in the game. So that's a wee pre-thing resolution, right? Not even resolution, because I'm doing it now anyway. I'm doing it now anyway. The intelligence, the experience, the artistry. You know, I'm already a better cyclist just by talking than it. You know, I'm just brand new Dave. Brand new Dave, yeah. So when, what I'm saying is, I'm going to be faster, and I had these wee revelations to me. As I said, you're basically a heroin addict, so you have all these visionary states, and you're just like, you work it all out. It all comes to you. I'm a fucking visionary. It all just fucking comes to you. I ken what's got to happen before I've even fucking done it. So it's like, I'm like, nah, I'm not leaving my best shit on the training pitch because now I've got an opportunity. And what is that opportunity? Famo, the new me low. Get in the hole. What film's that? Aye, that's right. So, so I'm quite excited. I'm a new cyclist. I'm a new cyclist right now. I'm getting older. How cool is that? I'm older, and yet I'm better. How inspiring is that? That I've got better cardio than like 99.999% of folk in this fucking town. I've got better cardio than any of the folk at the gyms, than all of the coaches put together. I should be fucking doing talks, inspirational talks. I am, right now. You want to know how I did 8 solo double century rides in lockdown? Yeah. You want me to give a talk on that? Maybe it's because I was connected to my own glowing golden light of personal inspiration. Right, Tam.